How's it going, New World? Sethphir here, and today I am back with another video, and this time I'm going to show you how to get Void Ore a little bit easier. Now, here we have the New World Dash Map resource where we can take a look and track nodes across the world. So I went ahead and filtered everything out except for the Orichalcum nodes. That is what we are looking for, and that is what we are after. And I know there is a lot of people trying to get Void Ore to make their voidbent set at the moment. It's also a great item to sell on my server. They are currently going for 15 to 16k on a high population server. It could be more or less depending on where you're at, but it is a lot of gold. There is a lot of power in the voidbent item pieces, as well as being some of the best luck items in the game, if not the best luck items. And there is quite a bit of buzz around this item. So I wanted to show you my personal favorite route and talk a little bit about the metagame behind getting Orichalcum, because I know that people are out there farming it all over the place. You got players griefing each other, you got bots running around collecting it. It's wild. So I wanted to show you some areas to avoid, show you some areas that worked for me personally, and some of my secret spots that allowed me to get a lot of results. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the obvious regions, which are going to be the highly populated ones. As you can see here in Shattered Mountain and in Ebon Scale, you can see quite a bit of node density. And the reason why these spots are more popular are exactly that. There is a lot of nodes there. So the first one that is farmed 24/7 is going to be this right here, which would be the mines area. There are so many Orichalcum nodes in there, and people are pulling monsters on each other. They're griefing each other. They're flaming each other in chat. There's bots out here. There's all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And you know, for good reason, right? So this is going to be one to avoid unless you're on a server that's very quiet and there's just no one there. That might be a good place to go. The next one is going to be all in Mirgard because people are running here 24/7 for elite runs. So all of these nodes are going to be claimed. And if you look in the Ebon Scale spot, this is a very common one. People do loops around this island, and they just pick up all the Orichalcum nodes. There are people running loops here 24/7, all day long, constantly farming these things. And the last final spot would probably be down here in Reekwater for whatever reason. There seems to be bots camping these as there's no monsters around them. So there's a lot of people that are just camped out there. They literally have camps right next to the Orichalcum ore, and they're just sitting there 24/7 waiting on it to spawn. So these are the go-tos. And then we'll talk about a different type of Orichalcum. So you have these like one-off spawns in like Windsward. They're like scattered in different locations. They're not very good because, I mean, unless you're just parking a character there to farm it, it's honestly not worth, in my opinion. And now you'll get into some of the decent spots, and that's going to be areas that have population and there's not like something there, like something really big there to farm. So some people sometimes go to this area. It's one of the quest areas. The Dead Fool's Pass is up here. These are usually farmed as well, but the few like good ones that I've seen have been here, and this is the spot that we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be the Great Cleave spot leading up into Shattered Mountain. So we're going to be looking at these nodes here. There is 3 nodes on this route, and it is directly north of this waypoint in the middle of Great Cleave. I pick these up all the time, and then I head up here, and this looks weird, right? You see one node here. This looks a little bit deceptive. It's actually not one node. It's 7. And for whatever reason, the map does not show that or calculate that correctly. I'm not sure what the deal is, but there's 7 right on top of each other. And it's right next to a level 50 elite who basically doesn't aggro if you're level 60. You can mine all of the nodes except for one without aggroing him, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Further up the road, we have the gate here, which has one of the gate lords. He will chase you a bit, but there are a few secret nodes that you can get. And then in the big pit here, we have some more Orichalcum nodes that are going to be guarded by a giant Diablo-looking monster, and I will show you how to mine these without aggroing him as well. So this is going to be a very safe route. And then there is a follow-up route that I may cover in another video, but this strand of Orichalcum ore right here is surrounded by elite monsters. However, you can go in there solo and knock them out one by one with a shield and a bit of heavy armor. You can block the tentacles attacks, and you can farm these Orichalcum nodes for free, as they are like hard to do and not a lot of groups pass through here. You will be able to isolate these veins and get them like pretty much 90% of the time, but we'll cover that in a later one. So we're going to focus on this route here, which should yield you about 10 to 15 Orichalcum nodes in a loop. You can go straight from the bottom to the top, and then again from the top to the bottom in reverse, and kind of clean house like that. There is a few other things you can do in the area while you wait for things to spawn. You can farm and loot up treasure chests. So we'll go ahead and dive into the video for this, and I'll show you exactly how I'm getting these nodes. Alright, and here we are in the video itself. I start from the spawn point down at the south, and here I am showing one of my friends in the guild the route so that he could farm it himself. We made use of this spot for quite a long time, so I hope it helps you just as well. And this is on one of the big popular servers, so just keep that in mind. This route will work most locations. This is not a super highly contested route for whatever reason, and the popularity may go up making this video, but that's okay. I think the general point will be that you want to find Orichalcum spots that are not highly contested, because you will get more yield value there instead of competing for the same Orichalcum spot from the same 50 people that are camping the area 24/7, right? There was a small change in the patch to Orichalcum, and that is going to be that the bigger nodes are now going to yield more Orichalcum. I don't know if that means the rarity of the items are also upped, but we will look into that. But when you do these runs, make sure you have all mining luck pieces, your mining luck amulet, as well as all the gear, your food buff on, as you can see I have here, and your proficiency booster to increase the yield of the items you get. So these are going to be the first 3 locations. It is near that small little temple in the south, as you can see on the map from before, and we will pick these up, and then you can head on up to the next area. So let's go ahead and fast forward to that. Alright, and here we are in the next area, near the level 50 elite that I told you about. There are a few fire scorch stones here that you can pick up. I always like to grab them. Fire motes are always great, so there are some additional things you can pick up along the way if it's something you feel you need. But you simply jump up this wall right here. You can get past these guards since they're all level 50. And this is where that one Orichalcum was on the map, right? It said 1 Orichalcum, but as you can see when I go over here to the side, it's not just 1, it's like a lot. So there's a ton of them right here, and I've gotten in this exact spot void ore, tolvium, pristine gem, and a whole bunch of other goodies. And I pushed that as the thumbnail, like the screenshot thumbnail, because it was so amazing when I got it. I was like, are you kidding me? I got so much stuff here. And it's wild that you can just farm these in front of this guy's face and he doesn't care. And as you can see, my friend here is gathering the other ones. We're just showing him the run, making this go quite quick, but it's nice. It's uncontested. These people aren't out here farming this as much. They may be on some of the popular servers. As you can see, one guy in the background, he seems to be unaware, but there is an elite chest that you can sneak up and grab here as well. And usually if you aggro these guys, it doesn't matter too much if you have heavy armor and a bit of like potion or food buff on you. You could just kind of mine the Orichalcum while they hit you and not care. So that's a decent thing that you can do. So go ahead and check that one out, as you will be able to get quite a lot of resources from this. And then we will move up to the next area where the Gate Lord is guarding. Okay, and here we are in the next area next to the Gate Lord. And as you can see, he's a little bit of a problem. He hits really hard, so you might want to be careful. But there is a trick to this. If you go over here to the left side, you can actually get him stuck in these rocks. For some reason, he is a little bit too big to handle these rocks for some situation or reason, whatever that may be. But he gets stuck there and it will cause him to reset. Alternatively, you can run straight ahead to a house that will be able to jump on top of the roof and reset him there. So this this guy will not be a problem for you. You can grab this Orichalcum vein and another one as soon as this guy resets, but that is the house in question. If you run up there to that house, you can jump on top and then you will be able to go, and I think at this point we're just waiting on him to reset, and he has done so. There is 2 elite chests right next to him. Well, one of them's elite, one of them is ancient, but these will both be level 55 chests, which have the ability to drop stacked deck, well, sorry, not stacked deck, loaded dice, and some of the other high value trophy upgrades like Philosopher's Stone, things like that. And then there is a hidden Orichalcum ore over to the side, a little bit of the right of where I just was. There is 2 in that zone, so you can reference the map, but it was not up or available on the spawn for this run, so we didn't grab it there. But it's like stuck in the wall and it's hard to see, so keep an eye out for that one. And this is going to be the final part of the route where you see this giant Orichalcum vein here, and since the patch has hit, you will get an increased drop rate on items for the big nodes, so that will be nice to see. So this ore will give you quite a lot of resources. So you simply hop down here, you go off to the side, and you come up from behind, and since the Orichalcum vein is in the way and these rocks, these mobs do not see you, and you can just mine away. You can get this one, it's a small one on the side as it's hard to see, and then you can get the giant one in the middle. But when you get the giant one in the middle, you need to be a little careful because it will slide you over to the left, and if you break this Orichalcum vein when you're on that left side, you will aggro Diablo. So make sure you stop and kind of adjust, and then go back over to the right a little bit, and then continue farming. You can kind of get stuck here on the edge, and you can pick it up, and as you can see, no aggro. There is an elite chest, so if you do this run with a buddy, you can get him to aggro the boss, and then you guys can both take turns of looting the elite chest and getting the other Orichalcum vein. As you can see here, we're kind of going for it, but it's a little bit of a crapshoot, if I may say so lightly. But you can just run up the ramp and aggro them while your friend loots the item, and then, you know, you can go on about business as usual from there. All right, and as you can see, you can simply hop up on this little wood standing place here. It is a nice place to reset all of these monsters, including the Diablo. You can just kind of crouch down or hide behind the box, and you should be able to leash off the aggro from this. So you can do this 100% solo if you want. You can do this with a friend to make it a little bit more fun and interactive. And there are some other things you can do in the area, like you can come over here and pick up these fire snails, which give you the epic alchemy material or fire motes, so you can get quite a lot of value out of that. There are some other chests in the area, so if you do bring a friend, you can kill some of these elites, pick up some chests while you wait on some respawn, and then run that route back again. You will get quite a bit of ore, and it is a nice place to be, but just make sure you come prepared with a bit of food, a bit of potions, just in case you get into an oopsie situation, and you know, some backup never hurts. So once again, thanks for your time, everyone. Hopefully you found this helpful, and it helps you get some void ore, tolvium, cinnabar, and other great mining resources. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and liking the video, as that will go a long way. We also have a join button for members that wish to support the channel even further with special emojis, badges, and perks, and a Discord if you want to chat with us and find out other secrets or good locations just like this. Thanks for your time, and we will catch you in the next video, everyone.